welcome. Today I'm going to do a short video on the Sanwa 7065, which is a stereo recorder that I have recently repaired. So I got some information off the internet as far as the size is concerned and the weight. This unit's supposed to be 53 centimeters wide and 30 centimeters high and 15 centimeters deep, and it's supposed to weigh about 6.3 kilos. Also, it takes 8 1.5 volt D batteries. That's a lot of batteries, but that's about normal for units this size. This unit does have a cool feature that I like. It's in LED, like attached to the dial string setup. You can see as I turn the dial knob, the LED, it moves with it. It has two analog style meters, which can be used for dialing. Like you can see that I'm dialing and turning the tuning knob in, and then you can dial on. You can adjust for maximum signal strength. Of course, it has your standard built-in left and right microphones. Also, what's somewhat standard is the woofer tweeter combination, which is probably on the order of a total of a couple of watts, which is also quite standard. As far as your cassette mechanism is concerned, it's got your standard record and playback. It has of course, your standard tape counter. And as far as the controls are concerned, it's got the pause, it's got your stop, you got your play, you've got your fast forward, you've got your rewind, and then you've got your record. It doesn't have anything like this APSS search function like for example some of the Sharps have. What it does have, it has 3 different settings for the cassette tapes that it can handle. It has a normal position. That means that is ferric oxide. And then it has a position for chrome tapes, chromium dioxide. And then it's got your ferrichrome setting. Ferrichrome, that's supposed to be, it's supposed to combine the best qualities of the ferric oxide and the chromium dioxide tapes. And as far as I remember, these ferrichrome tapes, they're supposed to have like a 2-layered coating of the material. Supposed to be one layer is supposed to be ferric oxide, and the other layer is supposed to be chromium dioxide. As far as the top controls are concerned, you have a push button type on-off switch. You also have a push button switch where you can either put on the light or you can check your battery strength. You can, if you have batteries inside, that'll tell you how much charge is left. Also, you have 2 knobs which you can control the recording levels with. One for the left, one for the right. That's in case you're doing a manual record level adjust. If you don't want to do that, there's another switch on the right where you can switch between automatic and manual. With the automatic, it automatically sets the record level for you. And going past that, you have your tape select switch, which switches between chrome, ferrichrome, or the normal setting. Then you have your function switch that switches between phono, radio, and cassette. Going further to the right, we have another switch. It's where you can switch between mono, stereo, and stereo wide. In this case, it's called extreme. Going further along to the right, we have a loudness on and off. Then we have a set of 4 sliders. 2 of the sliders are for the treble and bass. Then we have 2 sliders on the right. These are the volume sliders, one for the left and one for the right. The unit also has a light switch, as I had mentioned, and that works like that. Also, depending upon the setting that your function switch is on, the lights here change. For example, I've got a radio, so my radio light came on. Also, since it's a FM stereo program, the FM stereo light came on. And if I would put it in the phono position, the phono light comes on, and of course I have it in the cassette position. Once I press the play button, the cassette light comes on. On the side here, on the right side, we just have your standard tuning knob, and also this is the radio select switch where you can switch between FM, AM, shortwave, and long wave. Also a little bit, kind of a little unusual setup here. There's nothing unusual at all about the back except that it has your standard beat cancellation switch, which as far as I remember, I think that has something to do if you're recording from an AM station. Okay, who does that, right? Nobody nowadays. Hasn't standard antenna. And looking at it from the side, I've got the, looks like a kind of a European unit that I've got here. It's got has DIN connections for external mics, has DIN connections for phono, if you're gonna hook up a record player, and that looks like tape. That's probably tape playback and tape record. It has connections for external speakers, has a headphone connection. I don't think there's anything else worthy of note to add except that it has your standard line cord connection here, and also there's a DC jack here which says 12 volts, so basically you could run this off of a car battery too.